trying to reach some people to talk about their satisfaction level, their personal satisfaction level towards the WordPress. Like we have listed some point, ease of use and customization and e-commerce capability and learning and community support. That kind of thing we have listed for this conversation. And yes, we have already talked with the 8 people. They have given their ranking, and they have gave their opinion also on that point. And some of them are from the developer, and some of them are from the organizer team, and some of them are from the sponsor team. And yes, I have checked your profile also. You have visited lots of WordCamps. And you have attended, you have organized, you have done travel to lots of WordCamp, and you may have a good experience on community support and learning things also. That on that point we can focus more during our conversation. Like we have also like the next type of WordCamp event are also arising to the WordCamps, and we are just trying to get more learning material, like learning videos and other things are available on the WordPress.org also. Yes, we can also focus on that. We can focus on that more precisely. But by starting our conversation, I'd like to ask you about your introduction by your voice, so that we can continue with the flow.
Yeah, well, as you said, there are a lot of WordCamps. Even in Spain, there are 14 WordCamps each year. So it's very easy to accumulate number of WordCamps. And well, I'm Ibon Azkoitia. I started on WordPress community 10 years ago. And I like it a lot. I started developing WordPress, that we may speak about it after. Yeah. And I realized that the community is so friendly, it's so welcoming, that I decided to invest time in the community. So I started to organize meetups, WordCamps, also WordCamp Europe organizer, mentor. So I think that my life is around WordPress, and that's what I want to give back.
Giving back to the community. And your background is more inclined towards development, or you are just doing your work on community sector only?
Well, we have to separate work and community in this case. So I'm working, I was developing websites for customers. Then I used to have my own projects around WordPress. So always focus on being free content, like Trinchera WP. And yeah, that will be the work. And then the community thing is the people. And it's also work, because sometimes people doesn't know that if you give for free, not just giving things free, I mean, giving your time for free, helping others, that then comes back to you. So just for an example, this kind of talks that we are doing, this time, this investment, I'm meeting you for first time. I didn't know you. And maybe in the future we met in a WordCamp and we are super friends, and that has no price. So I recommend everyone to go to the community and to share their knowledge.
Yeah. I have just asked that question just because we are heading towards our ranking factor, like ease of use, like considering the interface and the available tool, and how easy do you find using WordPress for building and managing websites. The ratings are the very difficult is from 1, and you can say to the 10, that is very easy.
Okay, as everything in the world, nothing is easy. We are, I would say, a 6, 7 out of 10. And the reason is because we are inside the community, we are inside WordPress. So for us, it's easy to say this is easy. But when you are working with people and giving talks, and you are making workshops, and they are watching WordPress for the first time, it's tricky. So it's easy once you know it. Maybe we can speak about it after. But for the beginners, it's quite rude. But that's why I will say a 6, 7 for now.
But while comparing to other platforms, WordPress seems a little more easy comparing to the other platform and other things. But we are talking about our newcomers. That is also a great point to note on this conversation. And what about the customization and flexibility point that you would give the rank for the WordPress? Like, how would you rate the customization and flexibility of the WordPress in terms of themes, plugins, and design option, like page builder and other things? Themes, you can use style themes, and plugin, you can make up add-ons or other things also. How would you rate on that point?
So if you are a developer, I will say a 10, because you can do whatever you want and you have a lot of hooks and works behind WordPress. So I will give a 10. Maybe you can enter the development side and maybe they will say that it's a bit less, but a 10. If you are a user, and I will say a 7, 8, because even if it seems easy to overall use WordPress, then when you want to do a bit more is when you have a bit of problems. No? When you want to create custom themes or custom content, no code, that like other tools that are in the market, it's when it's like a bit separation between easy and options. So I will say, yeah, 7, 8, I think it's a good.
7. 7 or 8?
Yeah. Okay, let's say an 8.
Let's say an 8, because we are giving the rate based on our experience. There is no problem with other people's how other people say or think about us, because we are giving our personal experience, opinion based on our personal experience. And what about the e-commerce capability of the WordPress? Like there are a number of plugins like WooCommerce, easy digital downloads, and some subscription plugins, some other booking or travel plugin. How would you rate your experience with using WordPress for the e-commerce, including setting up the product, online store, or managing sales, or viewing the analytics things? How would you rate on that point?
Okay, it's important to note that I didn't did any shop online, just for trying and learning, but not for customers. So I'm not the best for that rate. So you have it in account. I think, as always, there are softwares out there that are super easy because they are very limited, and that's straightforward. The good thing of WordPress is that you have a lot of plugins and tools and things to use. So when you know how to use WordPress, I think you can have a 9, 10, let's say a 9, nothing is perfect. But if you know WordPress, you can do a lot of things. So I will say a 9.
For the e-commerce capability. Because WooCommerce also have button setup, like they have enabled a pop-up after the activation of plugin, and they will navigate user to the final shop of setup of their shop also. If people find that correctly, or they can understand how they are using their procedure, that would be easy. And then 9 points is the highest point I have get during this conversation, during this nine people's conversation.
Remember, I said if you have experience with WordPress, if you are a newbie, it's not so easy because WordPress, not just because WooCommerce.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's focus on the learning and the community support. Like, how would you rate availability and quality of learning resources and community support, a tutorial forum, WordCamps, Meetup, and other kind of material for WordPress? How would you rate on that point?
Okay, I will say a 9, never a 10, but I will say a 9 because we are a community. What do I mean? Yes, we have the official channels that I think they are great. I use a lot WordPress TV for those WordCamps I cannot attend. Also, there are meetup talks, so that's incredible. You have also the documentation handbook. You have the learning section, training section in the Make website. So that's awesome. But as we are a community, you also have a lot of content around WordPress. You have people that create free courses or even paid courses. You have workshops. You have talks in other kind of events about WordPress and also about marketing that it also represents WordPress. No? So I think that we have a great tool thanks to the community, and learning is the most easy thing to do nowadays with WordPress. So I will say a 9. Maybe in the future we have a 10, but now we have a 9.
But what about the people who don't understand English and WordPress is giving their resources in English language, and transcription. Like I have also checked your other site, YouTube channel. Like you are talking to your local people with your language. Is that a kind of thing you are trying to build a bridge between the document or things to your community, or what?
So we have to think that we are persons, so we are humans, and we have needs, and that need we have to eat. So sometimes we have there what I said before, the community and the work balance. So it's very difficult to make people force. You never have to force people to translate the content that it's already done.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to make people to create free content in their spare time. And when you are creating a plugin or something like that, sometimes you have in mind, oh, maybe I can make it freemium and get money from it, no, outside of it. So that investment in the beginning, it's helping the community and it's helping me in the future. The problem is that with training, you can't do that kind of thing. You can't put something in the WordPress community that it's half because it's premium and then you have your course. So it's difficult to generate content in your own language for the WordPress community directly. Unless you have someone that is sponsoring you with the Five for the Future, that it's a great program.
Yeah.
That said, the good thing of the community is that there is people creating their own content in their own YouTube channels or website that is also free. It's not official. It's not directly attached to WordPress community, but it's free content in your own language. So I think that's also quite important to have it and to spread it. I think it's not problem to say, oh, in this YouTube channel, it's private YouTube channel. It's not the community, but you can learn free. You can try it. So it's like a mix. I think that we have a great option in the WordPress community to create more content, but it's not easy because in this case, video content or written content takes a lot of time. And a lot of time means less time for you to work in your own projects and get money. So I will invite anyone that is listening this, if you have the option and you have the Five for the Future in mind, please sponsor people to create content in their own languages that it's beneficial for everyone.
Yeah. According to your experience and according to material that you have made on your website and other profile, that I thought you may have other kind of improvement factor for the community and quality of learning resources also. Do you have anything to add on this point? Like how can we manage that kind of quality of content? Or you have like visited a number of WordCamp and the format of the WordCamp is likely same, and one person from the Uganda has given one session. I have watched remotely from here, from Kathmandu. I'm from Kathmandu right now. And they are trying like next gen kind of WordCamps and program, like teaching, organizing WordCamps for the student. Like we need to reformat the whole program, or they are making some resources for the student, like not developer, they are managing for their student. And do you have anything to add on this point also, like how can we improve the quality of content and quality of resources that we can achieve from the WordPress community and the learning center?
Yeah, I think that what you know is what you need is someone that is willing to create content. Okay, it has to quality content. So you have to, let's say, make him want to create. So it's not just you have to create; you want to create, and you feel that it's the correct thing to do. So you have to, let's say, make people get something back. Sometimes have to be directly. So maybe we can create not an ambassador of WordPress per se, but maybe the profiles in WordPress you have badges. Maybe you can create badges. Maybe those badges can give you different kind of opportunities. Maybe with a sponsor. No, it's not like a differentiation inside the community. It's with a sponsor, or maybe a sponsors. Imagine I'm going to invent right now. No, this is just inventing. So I'm thinking, okay, imagine that you are creating content for WordPress. In this case, we are going to center in training content. And you say, okay, if you create 3 courses, you get a badge. And that badge makes that any sponsor in a WordCamp that you attend is going to invite you to the sponsor dinner. I just invent. So it's like, oh, it's super interesting. I'm helping the community. It's free for everyone, and I'm having the option to go with this sponsor that I want to meet them, and I'm having a chat or a dinner or whatever with them. I think that could be interesting. I don't know how to manage and to be correct and all those kind of things, but you have to make people willing to do the things. If you are asking people, no, you have to spend 20 hours a week creating content for nothing directly,
Yeah.
they are not going to do it. So I think you will have to gamify that creation.
Yeah, yeah. We need to target, we need to find out our targeted audience first, and we create based on that. Because the people with a different ability, we need to work on the accessibility. And for the student, we need to make that content basic. And for the developer like us, who are working for 10 years, the advanced content should be given from the community, and the topics and the things also. Okay, let's go to the next section of this conversation, like adaptability to new technology of WordPress. Like, how will do you think WordPress adapt new technology and trend, like mobile responsiveness and AI and all that modern design standard? And we can also talk about other tools or other things that need to be adapted by the WordPress, how fast it is doing.
Okay, as we said, WordPress community is more than the official WordPress community. So that's the foundation and all the make section of the website. It's that we have people creating content around it and creating, for example, plugins and themes. So we don't need that the core WordPress has to be super fast on those new technologies. What we need to do is that the core has to be open enough to introduce new kind of technology via plugins or third party. So, for example, you ask the question of AI, for example, is a good one. We have some people I'm going to talk people I know. Okay, I'm sure that there are a lot of interesting programs or apps or plugins outside there. It's the Sirvelia team. They are creating plugins .ai, that it's a site where you can find new plugins just writing with your own language. Like, I want to create 3 columns with Star Wars characters. And it's going to search all the plugins that are in the repository, and it's going to find those that can help you achieve that need. So we're implementing AI to WordPress. It's not from the WordPress core foundation. So it's okay. Nothing happens with it. We are on the trend. We are on AI. We are creating interesting content, and there is no need for the core to have the ability of doing everything themselves. So I think that the rate that you need, I will say a 10, because as I said, if you are a developer, you can create whatever you want. And I will say a 10, even if it's via plugins, themes, or third party that are creating content for WordPress.
Okay. Just finalize our conversation with the last question, like overall satisfaction about our personal growth and our business and our project that is under WordPress. How would you rate on that point, like overall satisfaction, your personal overall satisfaction with the WordPress?
Okay, so with WordPress, the tool a 10, with WordPress, the community 100. So I've been here 10 years. I met a lot of people. I'm willing to come to all the WordCamps, so I want to meet more people. If WordPress wasn't so good, I think the community will not exist. So we must give a 10. Okay, let's give a 9, and then we can improve to the 10. But it's perfect WordPress. So we have to continue improving it, of course. But I think it's more than a plugin. It's more than a tool. It's a family. It's a community.
Yeah, it's just due to the community, because we are learning from each other. You are from Italy and I am from Nepal, and we are talking about the WordPress, our satisfaction, dissatisfaction. It is only possible with the WordPress. If we are working with a different platform, it can't be possible, or I don't. That I have also switched from another platform to WordPress, and I'm just enjoying this since 2012. Okay. Let's wrap up the conversation with you. Thank you so much for being a part of this show, and thank you so much for contributing WordPress from your side, from your effort, your energy. It will be really valuable to the WordPress project, because it's a open source project, and your attendance and your presence really matters to the community. And yes, do you have any other plan than the visiting WordCamp in Turin, or you will have to go to the home or start your work, or you have some visiting plan in Italy? Do you have anything?
First of all, thanks to you, because you are in Nepal, you are far away, and even that you are here in the work and Europe taking part. So thanks to you, thanks to the community to making this possible. And the future of WordCamps, I have the honor to be WeGlot ambassador. So they work with us to create more content. They work with us with the Fight for the Future.
Yeah.
And I will be able to go to other WordCamps and meet people like you thanks to them. So I hope there are more companies, more people taking part on this Fight for the Future. I said, I think 7 times in this talk. Please, Fight for the Future is the future of WordPress. Take part on it, and I'm sure that we are going to make a big step in WordPress for the next 10 years or even 25 years.
Yeah, 25 years, and we need to increase the rate of WordPress like 46% to 60 to 70% of web in the WordPress, because we are trying very hard. And also our company are sponsoring ourselves to conduct this kind of webinar and other things, and that is also kind of good things.
Which is the company, to make an applause?
Yeah, that is AF Teams. I am working in AF Teams, and yeah,
thank you very much.
Our local program from the Nepal, and we are trying to reach out more people. We have collected like 100 videos from all around the world, and we have just continue catching up new people, new inspiration, and new talks. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.